Hi, Steve here again, and this is the third of my 3 videos to do with A-level music performance. So we've already had a look at the mark scheme and we listened to an electric guitar performance. This time it's a clarinet performance to have a listen to. So let's do the same thing. We'll have a listen to a section of it and then we will look at the mark scheme to see where it would stand for today's mark scheme. Here we go. Okay, let's leave it there. So, not perhaps as good a performance as the guitarist, but where would it stand within the mark scheme? Well, let's have a look at the Ambition of Project. I know for a fact that that was a grade 5 clarinet piece. So grade 5 or its equivalent with expressive variety across the program, we would make that assumption. So that would only be 1 out of 5 here. But if this candidate had played far higher pieces, would the performance be worse and would she lose further marks elsewhere? That's what we need to consider, and that's exactly what might have happened. So we went with the slightly easier piece to gain more marks later on. Technical control. A difficult one. It's probably a little bit of everything here. A performance that achieves consistency of pitch overall with reasonably secure intonation. Well, they got all the right notes, and the intonation was better than reasonably secure. It was perfectly in tune all the way through. However, weaknesses of rhythm or pulse may be evident. Well, very much so there. Evidence of good tone quality over the most of the pitch range, I would agree with that, but with occasional weaknesses. I don't know if you'll hear it on this particular video, but there were 1 or 2 kind of growly notes, things like that, which might just put the candidate into that particular box. In general, technical demands are met, but there will be evidence of some loss of integrity. Well, I would say that was probably the case. So we're probably looking around about 7 for that one. Expressive control. A performance in which the main tempi is slightly misjudged and the performance feels mechanical on occasion. Well, I wouldn't say that necessarily, but there was parts where we had to really slow down to get the notes out effectively. So we're kind of within the realms of that description, really. The composer's expressive and performance directions have been largely observed. Yep. Phrases are generally well shaped. Yes, I would agree with that. No better than that. Articulation and dynamics are mostly accurate, if rather bland. Again, we're probably around there. We'll probably say, again, 7 marks for that. Performance quality. This was a Mozart piece, I believe. Did it sound like Mozart? Or in the style of Mozart, or the classical period in general? Well, it certainly didn't sound jazzy or inappropriate in that sense. So there was definitely something positive to say there. Is it a performance that demonstrates some level of commitment but lacks an overall assurance? Well, yeah, probably. There is still an overall sense of conviction. The style of the music is appropriate with a clear sense of character. And for that, I'm going to say 8 marks for that. So that would gain this particular candidate 8, add 7, 15, add 7, 22, add 1, 23. So we're probably looking at D or E grade for that, which is about right for that particular performance.